Hey guys. Sorry, I probably look like hell, and that light coming through my window really doesn't help. But I did want to catch everybody up. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it above this, but just in case you guys ignore what's going on above, well, I would. I want to say thank you to T and to ND. We will survive this week. Yes! Um, and bills will be paid and everything will be groovy. I did actually wind up filing my taxes. I usually try to do that first thing when I get them in, but of course, us with our crazy jobs all over the place. I mean, this year was actually pretty steady. We only had like, well, I had three, but we had like two apiece, and it was just one of them was for a temp agency and jobs we did there, and one of them was for um, what was for the security company, and of course me with the with my current job that I'm now, as much as I love it, looking to get out of. Um, so taxes were filed. We're not getting back as much as we were because, believe it or not, all the way up until hubby got hurt, we were doing quite well. And that reflects in our taxes. That reflects hardcore in our taxes. So we won't be getting back as much, but there is a site that I can go to because we have kiddos and we are in Washington State that since my taxes are filed, I can go to them and be like, hi, I have kids, and I might get a little bit of extra, which would be really lovely and super helpful, as you guys all know. I did my interview this last Monday. I put in my references. One of the references, whom I thought was a friend of mine, I don't know if he just changed his phone number or what happened, but he was the guy that we were staying in his house. His wife wasn't that great, but we got along with her okay. But we moved to where we are now. From there, I've tried to keep communications, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, but he doesn't respond anymore, so I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there. But he was a really cool guy, but him as a reference, he bounced back. So I don't know what's going to happen. They seemed weirdly excited uh, when I did the interview. I don't know why. I'm not used to that. I'm used to I can't find a decent job, which is a reason why I'm at temp services and I hop from job to job to job because I have not enough skills over here, too many skills over here, and it's a super headache out there. Um, the fact you don't have to have a degree for most things anymore, which made no sense to have the degree for to begin with. Like, do you really need a degree to file things and answer a phone? No. But for the last 15 years, yeah. Which is crazy. But nowadays it seems that that has been kind of lifted because that's insane. Um, so things have gotten a little bit easier, which means that I have access to places I didn't have before, and these people seem, once again, weirdly excited that I am applying, whereas before they wouldn't give me the time of day. I will have to see if this pans out. Of course, they're doing the background checks, they're doing all of that. So just keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. A little bit of extra underneath our belt would not hurt at all. Um, so taxes are filed, interview done, fingers crossed on that. Also, schooling is going to be kicking off, so my time with you guys might be a little bit more erratic. I'm going to try to be here as I can, but the next 4 years are pretty much going to be turbulent. Any idea I had of, like, writing anything, I haven't written anything in, like, 4 years, so that's almost funny in and of itself. But for the next 4 years is going to be catch as catch can. Um, I'm going to try to stay caught up with everybody, but that might be a little bit more difficult because school kicks off on March 1st. Now, I was sweating because my computer that I'm talking to you now is a Windows 7 Home Professional. Now, I love Windows 7. I also loved Windows XP. Yeah, I'm one of those. I loved 7, I loved XP, I loved 97, I loved all of those. I have no love for some of the newer Windows, but I'm not at all familiar with Linux. So we're going to see exactly how well this works out. But I applied for a scholarship through the school because I'm like, this is the type of computer I have, and they're asking for Windows 10 or higher. And I'm like, that's not possible. So I had spoken with my counselor, and he was like, oh, just download it. I'm like, do you know how many times I've tried since Windows 10 came out? The way my computer is designed, it's a chipset. So Windows 7 Home Professional was already in the computer when I got it. And when it started warning me a couple of years ago that I need to upgrade, I tried. I literally do not have the capacity inside the chipset, inside the hard drive, to be able to download it. It just doesn't. I mean, I have massive amounts of room for the time that I don't even use that's inside this computer. But it said no. I'm guessing that the components inside the computer are just not compatible at all. And I tried to explain this to him. I've tried several times over the years to download 10 into this machine. It will not take it. It said no. Now, my girl here, I love her. She is quirky. You do not put flash drives in her. Not if you want to keep the information on it. There's just certain things you just cannot do with this computer. And as much as I love her, those are her flaws. So I was like, this is not going to be possible. And I was worrying, I'm going to have to set it back again. I've been doing this since June. Getting all my coursework and certification out of the way, getting scholarships, getting grants, which I had to apply for all over again because my time ran out. So I had to apply for all these things all over again. All of this is squared away. Within the next 3 days, I'll be able to do my orientation. And I'm like, but I have no computer to do this on. So I applied for a scholarship. It was known as an online scholarship. And somehow I got it. So on Monday, excuse me, if I'm not home in time, hubby's going to have to sign for my machine, which is going to be arriving. I am stupidly excited about all of this. Of course, my girl here will be my girl until she no longer can be. From what I understand, I'm supposed to keep this computer. The school cannot service the computer, anything like that. So I have to take really, really, really good care of this computer, which I have a habit of doing anyway, but you know, I really have to take good care of this computer. It's going to have to last me for 4 years for schooling. So I'm not only heading back to school, I am doing so with a machine that is pretty much designed for it. I have got grants, I have got scholarships out the yin yang, so I need to be sending out thank you letters to everyone for those things, which is massively awesome. I'm a lot more excited than I probably sound. I just got done helping a friend of mine edit, and that was loads of fun. I always feel like I don't have any room to critique because whenever I write, it's just a hot mess. I just sit down and the characters talk to me, and it's just, I roll with it. Or I don't, as we have seen the last several years. So everything essentially for now is done. Computer's coming in for school. I just need to do the orientation. Today, after I get done like running out with the eldest to go pick up a couple of groceries, which is an hour to 2 hour trek when you have to take a bus, I'm going to be coming back and cramming this course that I've had for the last 3 months that was given to me. That's a little bit, it's free. It's a little bit time consuming, so I want to make sure that I have it down. before I start schooling. So I am nervous all the way around. But I've got prospect of a new job, and with this new job I might actually have more time to do my schoolwork, and which would be lovely, as well as a bit more money. That would be lovely. It was funny enough, they were like, well, can you come down from this amount? Which I aimed for like the middle of what it was they said that they were offering, just specifically because I was like, I don't want to be too low, but at the same time, I'm not able to do, because I haven't done this before, I'm not going to be that high. And I told him, I can come down a bit. Yeah, not a problem. So everything's rolling, guys. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I want to be out the other side of this crazy shit show we have been living in since October so badly. Hubby has finally managed to get a hold of somebody else from HR and has stressed to them, look, this is all we want. Send to the doctor. Here's the fax number. Here's my phone number. We have been doing this dance since November. This is crazy. Why are we still doing this dance? This is insane. So keep your fingers crossed for him. He's on higher dosage of the gotta take this once a day thing, trying to get off of the other, which he still has that broken toe or broken something in his foot. By the time he actually goes to get an x-ray done, it will be half healed. So he's not having as much fun with that as one would think. I still don't have my car. No, the insurance company called me to check on me to make sure I'm okay. I'm like, yeah, I got your check. They also told me it's going to be a lot higher than what it is, which the insurance company's like, hey, no problem. With virtual assistant, people virtually looking at the car, this is going to happen. We don't have somebody physically out inspecting the vehicle. So that's going to happen. That's not an issue. Are you okay? Do you know where you're going to be getting this car back? And I was like, no. So I will be making my first payment on a vehicle that I have not had for several weeks on the 16th. I literally will have not had the vehicle about 3 times as long as I've had it, if that makes sense. So I had the vehicle for 2 whole weeks. On the 14th, the vehicle was jacked, or they tried to jack it, and here it is on the 16th of the very next month. I'm going to be making my first payment, and I may not even see the car until March. So that's fun. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. So a lot of good things. Scholarship came through, which is awesome. I do need to write thank you letters, though. I have the ability to access the free course before I hop into schooling, which might get me started on my road. I might have a new job. Taxes are filed, so I might be able to not completely pay off bills, but at least give myself some breathing room on them. And oh my gosh, you have no idea how much I need that. And I've gotten so much help from you guys to get where we are now, and I am ever so grateful. You have no idea. Well, some of you probably do, but I always feel bad because I rely so much on you guys, and I know I shouldn't. It's not fair, but at the same time, I'm ever so grateful for it. When I tell people I have some of the best friends and, basically family worldwide, I am not joking at all. And it's not even just, oh, you guys help me out whenever I'm in a bind. It's the way that we connect with each other. I mean, you guys know how bad I am about me. I feel I have really nothing of value to contribute most of the time. But you guys seem to see something valuable in me and mine, and sometimes I don't know quite what to do with that. My husband and my children seem to think that I am brilliant and wonderful, and I have no idea where they get this impression, but I've learned slowly over time just to roll with it and let that happen. But so far, things are coming up. I'm sure somewhere along the lines I am forgetting something, but that's the way it always is. But know that I think we're starting to come out of it, guys. I mean, with me going back to school, um, keep your fingers crossed for that job. Keep your fingers crossed for my poor car. Um, I'm getting a new computer to be able to go to school with. How freaking awesome is that? Um, things are looking up. And I wanted to thank you guys for helping me get there. One way or another, with, help of the monetary kind, kind words, random messages of love. You guys are the absolute best. And I probably would have gone screaming, barking, insane a long time ago if it wasn't for you guys. I mean, more so than usual. We already know I'm insane. That's, par for the course, but I'd have been unable to function type of insane, let's put it like that. But I did want to stop and do an update. You know how much I hate typing whenever it's not like story driven. But I even hate typing then. It's a thing. I love writing, but I hate the act of writing. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um, but yeah, I wanted to stop and let you guys know that um, you have helped us out so much and give you the good news. Keep your fingers crossed for that job. Um, keep your fingers crossed that when the computer arrives, it's all good and I can start her up and get rolling on what I need to do. Um, it's going to be a new era. So, I wanted to let you guys know what was going on. So, yep. Everything is good. Everything is in motion. I just have to do my normal chores today and make sure I cram in some preschool work for my schoolwork before my orientation opens up on the 15th, and I've got to cram that. So until I see you guys again, because as much as I possibly can, I will keep doing so. I want you to take good care of yourselves, take good care of each other, know that I love you, and I'm thinking of you. And I will see you all soon.